Welcome to the Gaming Vanguard podcast, bringing you your weekly briefing of curated news from the front lines of the video game industry. I'm your host, Jeremy, and I would like to extend a sincere thank you to our listeners for your continued support of this podcast. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on the latest gaming news, and consider joining our community of gamers over at gamingvanguard.com. Now for this week's headlines. Here's a big update for the gaming world, especially for anyone following Nintendo's ongoing war on piracy. The FBI has just taken down one of the internet's largest Nintendo Switch piracy websites, nsw2u.com. This infamous site was a go-to hub for illegally downloading Switch games, offering access to new releases, sometimes days before they hit store shelves. If you try to visit the site now, you'll just see a big seizure notice from the FBI confirming that the domain has been confiscated as part of an official law enforcement operation. The operation wasn't just a local effort either. The Dutch government agency FIOD, which investigates financial crimes, played a key role in the takedown, hinting at international cooperation. The impact is significant. According to the FBI, sites like NSW2U facilitated a staggering 3.2 million illegal downloads just between February and May of this year, translating to an estimated 170 million in lost sales for game publishers. This domain seizure is part of a broader crackdown by Nintendo, which recently updated Switch policies to brick any consoles running pirated games. An aggressive move that's raised eyebrows and even sparked legal scrutiny in some countries. European countries were already blocking access to NSW2U after it ended up on the EU's blacklist a couple months back. Now, with the main site permanently offline, this marks a major victory for anti-piracy efforts. But it's also a reminder that the battle over digital rights in gaming is far from over. If you're following the legality of emulation, Nintendo's game preservation efforts, or the ethics of ROM downloads, this story is worth keeping an eye on. We'll keep you updated as more details emerge on potential legal action against those running the site and what this means for the future of game ownership in the digital era. Square Enix is facing backlash from fans over its upgrade policy for the upcoming Dragon Quest I and II HD 2D remake, launching October 30th on both the Switch and the new Switch 2. Here's the deal. If you buy the game for the original Switch and later upgrade to a Switch 2, you'll need to repurchase the game in full if you want the full version with enhanced graphics and features tailored for the new hardware. There's no upgrade path, and save files also won't transfer between versions. While the Switch 1 version is playable on Switch 2 thanks to backwards compatibility, it won't access any of the graphical improvements from the Switch 2 release. Square Enix's official stance is blunt. Buy your copy for whichever system you would like to play it on. With no discounts or cross-buy support planned, this approach stands out compared to other publishers that sometimes offer free or paid upgrades during hardware transitions, leaving many fans frustrated and feeling left behind if they purchase the game before upgrading their console. For those planning to pick up Dragon Quest I and II HD 2D Remake, think carefully about which console you'll be playing on, or be prepared to pay again if you want the best version on Nintendo's next system. Gamers, here's one to watch. Sever Studio, best known for the life and suffering of Sir Bronte, has just announced their next big project, Agent of Strange, an offbeat narrative sandbox thriller coming to PC in 2026. Set in a sealed-off early 20th century city governed by unnerving rituals and bizarre legal systems, the game oozes atmosphere and mystery. What makes Agent of Strange distinct? You are tasked with infiltrating the enigmatic Traum family after they open the forbidden Red Door, forever altering reality for the city's inhabitants. Choices are vast and layered. Play as a spy, saboteur, revolutionary, or even something far darker. The game promises that no playthrough will ever be the same. Sever Studio is aiming for deep player agency in a sandbox where your alliances, words, and actions have real and unpredictable consequences. Every character in the city acts on their own agendas, so the world feels truly alive. Mix in systemic storytelling and some dark, surreal world building, and you'll get a story-rich experience that's both bizarre and immersive. Agent of Strange is set for a PC release in 2026 and is already generating buzz for its unique approach to narrative and player choice. So wishlist it now if you're looking for something refreshingly weird on the horizon. The fallout from Microsoft's latest round of layoffs has hit ZeniMax Online Studios hard, with the company canceling an unannounced MMORPG codenamed Blackbird. The cancellation, part of sweeping cuts across Microsoft's gaming division that affected around 9,000 jobs, came as a total shock to the 222 unionized ZeniMax developers working on the project. The union, ZeniMax Online Studios United, released a statement expressing deep disappointment, saying, "A future has been stolen from many of us, and our community will never experience an amazing game." Despite the project's abrupt end, all the unionized developers still have their jobs for now, thanks to the strength of their union. Negotiations with Microsoft are ongoing, and although layoffs may be inevitable, the union is working to ensure that any departures happen with dignity, proper communication, and support for affected staff. The union has taken a strong stance, criticizing Microsoft for what they call a lack of support for the talent that's generated billions in revenue, and encouraged other game industry workers to pursue unionization as a way to better secure treatment in times of upheaval. This situation remains in flux, with the Blackbird team still technically employed but facing an uncertain future as bargaining continues and the shockwaves from Microsoft's restructuring ripple through Xbox's portfolio. Naoki Yoshida, the producer behind Final Fantasy XVI, spoke recently about the future of the series and whether the next mainline Final Fantasy game might return to its turn-based roots, a question that's heated up following the success of the turn-based RPG Clair Obscur Expedition 33. Yoshida made it clear there's not a clear-cut answer. The decision between turn-based and action combat will depend on the creative vision of the next game's development team, not a fixed formula or any one trend. Yoshida emphasized that he may not even be involved with Final Fantasy XVII, and Square Enix doesn't want to obstruct or limit what future directors might want to do with gameplay style or systems. He highlighted that each Final Fantasy entry evolves based on what the team wants to accomplish, whether that's the narrative, graphical presentation, or overall game feel. The result is that the series has always been about breaking its own mold, from the classic turn-based entries to the action-heavy latest installments. So for fans hoping for a return to turn-based combat, the door isn't closed, but it isn't guaranteed either. The series will keep reinventing itself based on what best serves the story and the vision of whoever takes the reins for the future. Fortnite's lightning-fast Blitz Royale mode just got a major boost. Instead of ending on July 15, Epic Games has given it a 4-week extension, keeping the action going until August 12th. Blitz Royale's bite-sized 5-minute matches and fast-paced battles have made it Fortnite's most played mode since its debut last month, consistently outperforming even the main Battle Royale and Zero Build playlists. While fans are hoping Blitz Royale will become a permanent addition, Epic hasn't confirmed anything yet. However, the developer is clearly paying close attention. Epic's official Fortnite account recently polled players for feedback on what features or changes they'd most like to see if Blitz Royale sticks around for good. Internal leaks and trusted sources even suggest Epic is heavily testing and monitoring the mode's long-term potential. The extension means more themed updates and collaborations, with recent weeks already featuring weapons from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and hints about future crossovers. For now, Fortnite players can look forward to at least another month of frantic, quick-fire gameplay as the debate swirls over whether Blitz Royale will eventually earn a spot as a permanent mode. In more Microsoft news, a wave of sweeping layoffs across Microsoft's gaming division. Nearly 200 staff members at King, the studio behind Candy Crush, have lost their jobs. And many find themselves replaced by AI tools they helped create. The layoffs have gutted entire level design and copywriting teams, with insiders saying that tools built to speed up game development are now automating the exact roles their creators once filled. For years, King has openly integrated advanced AI into game development. AI-driven bots playtest new levels thousands of times, analyzing difficulty and player experience before any content rolls out to the public. Recently, this tech went a step further, with automated systems now tweaking, balancing, and even generating new levels without much human input. Morale at King is at an all-time low, according to employees, compounded by the knowledge that the same AI solutions they've crafted to make games harder to put down are now replacing them entirely. The layoffs are happening as Microsoft is investing a massive $80 billion into AI this year, an amount that actually outpaces what the company spent acquiring major studios in recent years. Many laid-off staff remain in limbo as union negotiations continue, but the message is clear, at least in the mobile gaming world. The push for efficiency and profits is driving a dramatic shift from human creativity toward AI-powered automation. That is your shot of weekly gaming news for the third week of July 2025. Thanks for listening to the Gaming Vanguard podcast. We'll catch you again next time.